Hi guys, my name is Bennett Price, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my repositioning innovation, which is manufactured by a company called DataWind, and it is the UbiSlate 7CI. It's an affordable tablet, and before we get started, I'm just going to show you a brief video.
My name is Suneet Singh Thuli. I'm the President and CEO of DataWind Limited. We're the manufacturers of the world's lowest cost tablet computers. So this is first for the educational market in India. This is an Android tablet that is sold to the Indian government for $40. The Indian government then subsidizes half of it with the goal of having it to students for $20. And eventually free. They're hoping that state governments and other institutions will come up with the other half and it'll eventually become free. 2 years from now, it's going to feel silly buying a $500 tablet computer. India is a vast, vast country. It has 1.2 billion people. Everything is at a scale that is just unimaginably large. It has 300 million people that can't read or write. It has almost 1 billion people that don't have bank accounts. It has significant issues. But despite all the difficulties, there is sort of broad realization for example, the fellow that drives a rickshaw in the hot Indian sun. Even that person realizes that education resolves all his ills. When you look at a market like India, the fact that 300 million adults can't read or write is criminal. We hope we can do our part by making technology more affordable.
Alright, so before jumping into some of the specifics surrounding DataWind's affordable tablet, it might just kind of be a good idea to first have a basic understanding of the prior problems that really enabled this innovation to come about. So first of all, there's certainly no shortage of manpower or human resources in India, considering this country is home to over 1.2 billion people. But the poorly managed education system has really significantly slowed the progression of India's youth. So there's a number of issues that really contribute to the unstructured Indian education system. One study actually showed that 25% of instructors are regularly absent, and this statistic can reach upwards of 42% in the even poorer areas of India. In addition to the surplus of untrained teachers, there also seems to be a shortage of really age-suited textbooks for younger students, which even furthermore contributes to the increased dropout rates. So, in addition, 80 million students don't even complete elementary education, and of those who do, only 17% enroll in post-secondary schooling. 20% of Indian teens and adults can't read or write, and finally, 95% of India's population does not own a computing device. And really, in a world where access to information is essential, DataWind saw this as a serious problem and began working towards a solution that could be implemented. Alright, so a little bit about DataWind. DataWind is a British company. It was originally founded in Montreal by brothers Suneet and Raja Thuli. So they are primarily a manufacturer of wireless web access products, but really for the purpose of India's vast education issues, they created an ultra-affordable tablet called the UbiSlate 7CI. Alright, so the UbiSlate 7CI is a multi-touch Android-based tablet with really a primary focus towards the educational market in India. It really has many of the same features that are sought out when looking for a tablet computer, including Wi-Fi connectivity, sustainable battery life, and up to 32 gigabyte storage capacity. In addition, this tablet comes preloaded with educational applications for full function use right out of the box. Some of these educational programs include an app for converting textbooks to ebooks, with really the goal to save the government millions in printing and revising costs. In addition, there's a program for educational videos that are in the form of lesson plans. These are offered in multiple languages. And finally, the UbiSlate actually allows students to create their own computer programs, which will hopefully spark interest in technological careers, which is actually a rapidly growing sector in India. Alright, so distribution. DataWind is currently working closely with the Indian government to distribute the UbiSlate device to the various educational institutions around the country. So the tablet costs $40 to produce, but then the government actually subsidizes half the cost to allow students the ability to purchase the device for a mere $20, relatively cheap. And eventually, DataWin actually hopes that the tablet will be offered to students for free, under the assumption that possibly state governments and other institutions can come up with the other half. The company is really still in the early stages of their product distribution, and they currently only have 20,000 UbiSlate devices in Indian schools, which is, relatively small compared to the vast amount of students in India. But they're currently in the process of a second shipment that will actually allow 100,000 devices to be in the hands of both students and instructors by late March 2013, March 31st, 2013. So ultimately, DataWind would like to see 5 million UbiSlate devices in Indian schools by the end of 2013, and really their final goal is that in another 5 years, every student can own one. They can be using them in the classroom. Alright, so really why is this considered repositioning? Personally, I believe the UbiSlate 7CI is very innovative, but really perhaps not in the way that most consider innovative. So from a functionality standpoint, the UbiSlate tablet is relatively comparable to many of modern-day tablets, also in production running the basic Android software. However, the pricing structure and application of this tablet is truly what sets it apart from its competitors. Most tablet computers seen in stores can run upwards of $500, you saw it in the video. But the UbiSlate offers, almost all these same features that you see in these tablets, but it's just repositioned for an educational application for a fraction of the cost. So in the future, DataWin hopes to implement even more incremental advances to the UbiSlate tablet. Already in production are a solar-powered charger for areas that lack consistent electricity, and as well as mobile phone capabilities, so everyone owning the tablet can also have that ability as well. So I believe the Tooley brothers have really come up with an amazing product that has the ability to have positive repercussions for millions. And in the coming months, they'll be shipping out that first major order of 100,000 tablets, hopefully by the end of March 2013, and this will finally allow students to work hands-on with this intuitive device. I hope you guys learned something from this, and thanks for listening.